In the name of science, this is recorded on 11:20 on the 18th of May 2018. Basically, I'm going to bring to you a report of the WBJD, that is the world's best jam donut. Going to be measured on the WBJD scale, Blossom de Matter 2015. Item number 1. Going on the scale, we've got weightiness, sugaring, texture, jam, and jam to donut ratio. Each of those marked out of 5. So, item 1, initial observations. Weightiness is good. Now, what we're looking for here, aesthetically, very nice. Although we're not too worried about that on the scale, but you know, it does come into kind of certainly into weightiness category, and partly into the texture as well. There's an aesthetic as well as a taste and dimension to it. Weightiness, you know what? You want to imagine it's the gluteal muscle of a medium-sized dog, which works out well. You know, nice buns, like it must work out. And you know, just imagine just going, ooh, just yeah, like it. Weightiness, you know. Let's see what it's like on the texture are. Good weight. Interestingly, a bit fluffier than I thought it was going to be. Just gonna see what's going on. You know, we got some very bready, doughy texture in here. I'd like to see a little bit more fat, if I'm honest. You know, if we're going to go for the world's best jam donut, we're not going to hold back on the fat, are we? Because, you know, okay, it's going to kill us, but also it's going to taste great. So weightiness-wise, you know, that the fluffiness detracts from the weightiness. You want a little bit more, just kind of like when you're holding it. So aesthetically, looks good on the weightiness. But actually, when you bite into it, texture not quite so good. So I'm gonna go for a 3 out of 5 on that. I was hoping for more from Sapid Coffee, which is where this came from on Church Street. Sugaring. Now, we've not got anything that's too light and fluffy, which is great on the sugaring front, because you know when you get that cheap jam donut and it's just covered in kind of like a dust. Personally, and based on the WBJD scale, Blossom de Matter 2015, you know, we've done a lot of research into this, and you know, you want a nice density of crystallized sugar going on there. You don't want anything too big, but also you don't want anything too small because it just gets too powdery. And I'd like to see, just go close up here. I think we've got a nice dusting of sugar there. It's well coated even across the donut, and it's aesthetically looks great with the texture and the colour of the deep fat donut there. So nice sugar around the lips, and you know, depending on how you eat your donut, some people lick their lips and some people say no. Now I say, why hold back? Why eat a whole donut thinking not to lick your lips? Because then you're just detracting from the taste sensation which is going on in your mouth and in your brain. So I say lick those lips. And really nice sugaring there. Now, something's holding me back from giving it a 5, and sometimes you just got to go with your gut instinct. So I'm giving it a 4. 4 out of 5 for sugaring. Texture. Now, like I mentioned with the weightiness, I was hoping for more. I wanted to feel some more of that grease and that fat on the inside of it. Now, it's not bad. Like, it's certainly fresh, not stale. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't even be starting this if it was stale, would it? That'd be crazy. But that's just untapping it though. Although I do see some nice grease there. Wow, I've just broken into the cavity, the jam cavity, which made a big difference, obviously. I'm feeling some more fat around there. So, texture-wise, yeah. How can I describe it? There's a taste sensation. There's a party going on in my mouth right now, and you know what? Lots of people are invited, but I'm there by myself. I'm there on the dance floor. I'm moving, feeling the groove, feeling the vibe. It's a great donut party, and It's good. It's better than average. It's not excellent. I like it. It's not excellent. I'm going for a 4. Going for a 4 on texture. Now jam. Let's have a look. Oh, a jam's come out. Now, we've got 2 categories on jam, which was controversial with the setting up of the scale, because some people said you can't have 2 categories that have jam in it. But do not forget, this is the world's best jam donut scale. So I think it's only right that we have things that are really capturing the jam. So, sweet. Oh, lovely, lovely little tinge of sour raspberryness there, kind of like midway through the taste sensation. Smooth, but yet you know it's real fruit, and I think that's key. Ram-packed full of sugar, giving my teeth an absolute hammering right now, and I think why not? Really good jam, actually. You know what? I think that's possibly some of the best jam that I've ever had in a jam donut. I'm giving that a 5. 5 out of 5 for jam. Jam to donut ratio. Now, this is possibly, along with, well, they're all equally important. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say there's a greater weighting. But the jam to donut ratio, nobody wants to walk away from a donut eating experience saying, who stole the jam out of my donut? So let's have a little look here. Let's open her up. Oh, let's go. You know, I mean, really, I don't want to be crass, but really, you want to be looking at that and thinking, that's a dog's anus with a nice, juicy consistency of opening that. And look at that, completely filled the cavity. Completely filled the cavity. Now, had I opened that and squeezed it the other way, I'll be having a mess right now. I'll be all over the place. And that's what you want. You don't want to be sitting there eating a jam donut all nice and prissy with no mess going there. You want the sugar, you want the jam, you want to go wham bam, thank you ma'am. And round of applause. Sapid Coffee on Church Street. It's Stoke Newington, London. Jam to donut ratio there. I'm going for a 5 again. I think it's great. It's giving me everything I want and more. Like, no one stole the jam from my donut. If anything, there's people adding to it all the time, just putting it back in there. Right, so I'm just going to go for a real nice big bite now. Savour of the whole thing. It's a good donut. You know what? There's part of me really wants to detract from the negative comments that I made about the weightiness and the texture beforehand. But you know what? That was then. This is now. Time's moving on. Can't forget my emotions, my feelings of how I felt then, you know. Recorded them down. So, where are we at with this? Well, I'm going to do some calculations here. Do some maths. Add it into a little spreadsheet. So we've got a 3, 4, 4. I should be able to do this in my head, really, shouldn't I? 5, but it looks good if I do it with a calculator. And another 5. Oh, strong scores there. 21. Now, 21 and 25, absolute score. 21 at 25, you know, Sapid Coffee, you should not be disappointed with that. You know, I've eaten donuts from your place before and not taken the time to really think through all the different components, but I think that's a fair score. Now the thing is, we can then divide that by the cost. So divide by this is £1.70. Good value for a chunky, decent-sized donut there, and we're left with a relative cost score, and the final score of a 12.4 on the WBJD scale. That's Blossom Tomato 2015. And you know what? I challenge you out there. Come up with a better donut and see if you can beat Sapid Coffee. Okay. Peace out.